There are moments in life that don't make sense until much later. Moments that feel like chaos at first, loud, uncertain, maybe even a little scary, but slowly reveal themselves to be exactly what they were meant to be. This is one of those stories, and if you've ever loved an animal who didn't know how to be loved back, you already know how it ends. If stories like this are what get you through the day, the kind that remind you that love can transform even the wildest heart, hit that subscribe button right now, because every week we share exactly these kinds of stories, and you won't want to miss a single one. Ace wasn't a bad dog. He was just a dog who had never been shown what good looked like. His first family gave up on him within months. Too energetic, they said, too destructive, too much. He chewed through furniture, jumped on everyone who walked through the door, and barked at shadows. By the time he was rehomed, he had already learned the one lesson no dog should ever learn, that people leave. The second family almost said no. Sarah and Mark already had 3 daughters, a house that was perpetually loud, and a baby boy named Tommy on the way. Their plate wasn't just full, it was overflowing. But when a friend called asking if they knew anyone who could take in a German Shepherd in desperate need of a home, Sarah made the mistake of looking at his photo. Those eyes, deep, dark, and searching, like he was asking a question he didn't know how to put into words. They said yes. The first 2 weeks were, by Sarah's own admission, a disaster. Ace knocked over lamps. He scared the older girls so badly they refused to come downstairs for dinner. He chewed through 2 pairs of Mark's work shoes and somehow managed to get into the pantry twice in one night. Mark started quietly researching whether they'd made a terrible mistake. But Sarah noticed something the others didn't. Every time she sat down, tired, swollen, 8 months pregnant, Ace would walk over slowly, lay his head on her knee, and just stay there. Not begging for food, not looking for attention, just present. Like he understood something heavy was happening, and he wanted her to know she wasn't carrying it alone. She stopped researching other homes for him that night. Tommy arrived on a rainy Thursday in October. The house changed overnight, smaller somehow, louder, softer, and Ace changed with it. From the moment Tommy came home, Ace treated him differently than he treated everyone else. With the girls, he was playful, bouncy, a little chaotic. But around Tommy, he moved like he was walking on glass, careful, deliberate, aware. He never jumped near the baby, never barked in the same room. He would simply find a spot close by, at the foot of the crib, beside the playmat, at the edge of the couch, and watch. Always watching. Mark called it instinct. Sarah called it something else entirely. As Tommy grew, so did the bond between them. By the time Tommy was pulling himself up on the furniture and taking his first shaky steps, Ace had appointed himself Chief Safety Officer. He trotted beside every stumble, positioned himself like a soft wall between Tommy and the coffee table corners, and on the days Tommy was sick and feverish and miserable, Ace would climb up next to him, gently, always gently, and rest his chin on the boy's chest until the crying stopped. There is a kind of loyalty that can't be trained. It can only be earned. And somehow, in this house that almost didn't take him in, Ace had found his reason. The girls came around too. It happened quietly, the way real changes always do. First, it was Emma, the eldest, who started leaving her bedroom door open so Ace could wander in. Then Lily began saving him the last piece of her toast every morning. And finally, little Clara, the one who had cried the hardest when he first arrived, started calling him her dog, not the family's dog, hers. Ace, for his part, seemed to grow calmer with every passing month. The frantic energy that had made him impossible slowly settled into something steadier. He still played hard and ran fast and barked at the mail carrier like it was his full-time job. But the wildness that had once felt like destruction now felt like joy. He had learned, finally, what good looked like. Sarah posted a video of Ace and Tommy one afternoon. Nothing special, just the two of them napping together on the living room floor, the boy's hand resting on the dog's back, both of them completely at peace. It got thousands of views overnight. The comments were full of people saying it made them cry, that it reminded them of their own dog, that they needed this today. One comment simply said, "This is what home looks like." Sarah read it 3 times. She thought about the dog who had once been labeled too wild, too much, too broken to keep, and she thought about how close they had come to saying no. Some hearts take longer to open. That doesn't make them less worth the wait. Before you scroll to the next video, what do you think changed Ace more? Tommy growing up with him, or Ace finally feeling like he truly belonged? Drop your answer below. The comments are always the best part.